be a rectangle, and the distance between axis of both the solids is 7 mm given to us, and both axes are parallel to each other. So here it would be needed to draw side view as well. So let me draw. This is an isometric view of given problem. You need not to draw these two views in examination. Here these two views are drawn to represent the given condition. In examination, you should be able to visualize the given condition like this. Here the given condition is like this. A cone is given, vertical cone and vertical cylinder, both are intersecting each other and both axes parallel to each other and are 7 mm apart from each other and parallel also. So this curve would be the curve of intersection. These two, 1 and 2. If you look from front direction, this is the curve. This is from back side, this would appear like this. And in a top view, both this solid will appear as circles. So let me draw. This is the top view of given condition, cone and a cylinder. This is the front view of given condition, and this is side view of given condition. That is, this is left hand side view and this is right hand side view of given condition. So these are the four views. We need not to draw this view, and this is the isometric view. Here in examination you need not to draw these diagrams. This is drawn here just to understand the concept of given problem. This is given case. Now how to draw this? This represents the top view, front view. This is drawn to the right side, so it's a left hand side view. This is drawn left side, it's a right hand side view. How to draw this? So for that, first draw circle to represent its top view like this. Draw an XY line that represent intersection of HP and VP, and draw a circle of diameter 50 mm, which is given over here. This circle diameter is 50 mm and height is given 60 mm. Insert the dimension diameter 50. It's necessary to insert the dimension in each figure. Draw its axis. To draw axis is also a compulsory. If you do not draw the axis, you may deduct some marks. You may lose some marks. Horizontal axis of the cone and front view of given cone. So till now we have drawn the position of cone having base diameter 50 mm and height 60 mm. The height is 60 mm, resting on horizontal plane. And distance between axis of both the solid is given to us, that is 7 mm. So from axis of this cone, draw another axis like this, which is at a distance of 7 mm like this. And from that axis, draw a circle of diameter which is given here as 30 mm. Draw here. So this circle represent top view like this. This is red colored cylinder, top view over here. Name the points. Divide this cone into equal number of parts. 1, 2 imaginary generators. 3, here is point number. P4, here is point number. P5, point number P6 is here. P7 or point number 7 is here, and point number 8 is here. So here we have divided this cone into imaginary generators, 8 equal parts. Transfer these imaginary parts to its front view like this. Draw vertical lines from each ends, join with apex point O. These are the imaginary generators drawn in front view. And now draw front view of this cylinder like this. This is the front view of this cylinder like this. This is front view. Now you can see here, this cylinder is inside this cone like this. So this edge would not be visible to us. This edge is inside this cone. So this edge should not be drawn. Erase it, and instead of full line, draw a dotted line like this. This dotted line represent the edge of this cylinder which is inside this cone. Similarly here, this edge will also not appear over here. So join this edge with dotted line. So this dotted line represent this inner edge of the cylinder. Now next step, find out points of intersection between cylinder and cone like this. This is a cylinder top view and this is the top view of cone. So point of intersection would be here. Here the cylinder cuts O2. This is O2 is an imaginary generator over cone that cuts the cylinder over here. So pick up this point and from that point draw a straight vertical line that will cut O dash to dash at one point. So here is the point. This O1 cuts over here, right? From here draw vertical line that will cut O1 over here. So here is point P1, here is point P2. Now what's about P3? Here is point 3, here is point 4. So from this point, intersection of O4 and cylinder is this point, and from this point draw straight vertical line that will cut O dash 4 dash over here. So this is the point of intersection, and O5, of course this is the point. From here draw straight vertical line that will cut over here. So this is the point of intersection. Now what should we do to find out the pointer of intersection on O3 and O7? So for that, pick up that point. On O3, here is the point of intersection between the imaginary generator and the cylinder. So from this point, draw an arc like this. O7 as a radius, draw an arc. Or you may take O3 as a radius and you can draw arc like this. And that arc will cut O1 at here, at this point. And from this point, draw straight vertical line, and this vertical line will cut O1, which represents the true shape or true length of the generator up to here, that is O1. And from this true length of the generator, draw horizontal line, and that will cut this O7 or O dash 3 dash at this point. O7 dash and O dash 3 dash would be on the same line. So here is the point. So we have located this point. Now join all these points with a smooth curve like this. So this curve, which is shown over here, is drawn like this. In examination, you have to draw this view, considering this image into your mind. If this image is clear to you, then you can easily draw this curve. You can trace these points much easier. Write the names of view. This is front here. This portion, this cone edge will not be visible because this cone is inside this cylinder. Hence, this portion is to be cut out because the cylinder is penetrating to this cone. Cone is penetrated. So the cone portion is removed. Hence, this portion should be removed like this because it will not appear as it is cut portion. Name the views. This is front view and this is top view of given case. Here also you need to insert the dimension: diameter 50, height 60, diameter of the cylinder is 30 mm, the distance between two axes is 7 mm, and the plane containing two axes is parallel to VP. So this plane which contains two axes, here it is parallel to vertical plane. So this is the solution of given problem. Now we continue with the next problem. Question number 3b, asked in option or for 3 marks. Draw welding symbol of any 3 of the following. First is spot weld, seam weld, fillet weld, single U butt weld and single J butt weld. Out of these 5, you have to draw any 3 symbols which is asked for 3 marks in this examination. So for that, you have to draw like this. Answer 3b, serial number, welding and its symbol. The first is spot weld. The symbol of this spot weld is like this, just an O or a circle. Number 2, seam weld. The symbol is like this, a circle with 2 horizontal lines. Third is fillet weld. It is drawn like this, a right angle triangle. Fourth one is single U butt weld, and the symbol of single U butt weld is like this, a Y shape or half circle or U and a straight vertical line below this U. You have to remember all these symbols because any symbol may be asked for 1 mark. Number 5 is single J butt weld, and its symbol is drawn like this, straight vertical line and this curvature shape, or J which touches this vertical line. So these are the symbols. You need to draw any three symbol. If you draw circle, right angle triangle and this U, you will get full 3 marks. Next question. Question number 3B, asked for 3 marks. Draw symbols of any 3 of the following screwed pipe fitting. Take care here. Here the symbol which is needed to draw is screwed pipe fitting. In many of the examination, the examiners asked about the flange pipe fitting. There is a difference between flange pipe fitting and screwed pipe fitting. In flanged pipe fitting, 2 lines are drawn, and in screwed pipe fitting, only single line is drawn at the ends. The first is joint, second is elbow with 45 degree, third is T, then globe valve and safety valve. You have to draw 3 symbols for this 5, any 3, each carries single marks. So for that, let me draw a table like this. Answer number 3C. Here you should take care about writing the heading. You have to write like this, answer 3C, symbols of screwed pipe fitting, or you can write just symbols, it's enough. First is welding joint, that is joint. It is drawn like this, and as it is a screwed pipe fitting, you have to draw single line over here, one straight horizontal line and a small vertical line. If instead of screwed pipe fitting, here flanged pipe fitting is asked, then you have to draw 2 lines instead of this 1 line. If you draw 2 lines over here, it becomes flanged pipe fitting. Second is elbow 45 degree. It is drawn like this. This angle should be nearly seen as 45 degree, and here 1 line, here 1 line. 1 line represent it's a screwed pipe fitting. If 2 lines are drawn over here, 2 lines here, it means that it's a flanged pipe fitting. T, as the name indicates, draw a T like this and draw 1 small lines at each joint. These small lines represents the screwed connection. Then globe valve to be drawn like this, and globe valve means just like this. So these are the 4 symbols. Any 3 symbols you have to draw in examination, which carries 3 marks each. Next, question number 4, which is asked for 14 marks. Shows 2 views of the assembly of knuckle joint. Draw the following. Draw 2 views of each part. Give necessary dimensions as per aligned systems and prepare a part list. So solution of this problem we have drawn earlier in the previous examination, in the previous solution, which is shown over here. I would like to show the assembly like this. Here the data is given like this. This is the given data. This is the assembly of knuckle joint, right? There are 5 components. One is fork end. This is fork end. This is eye end. Number 2 is eye end. Number 3 is a pin. This is a pin. Number 4 is a collar. This is a collar. And number 5 is taper pin. This is a taper pin which is inserted inside that collar. This is the front view, and this is top view of given problem. Now how to draw solution of this problem? So for that, first we have to imagine which kind of assembly is given to us. So this assembly is like this. If we disassemble this assembly, its individual component would appear like this. This is the individual components of knuckle joint like this. These are the 5 components. Number 1, this is an assembly of knuckle joint, isometric view. Number 1, this is number 1, which is a fork end. It is like this. Fork end would appear like this in isometric view. Eye end, this is an eye end. This is eye. This is an eye. Eye end would appear like this. Number 2. Number 3 is pin. This pin which is inserted between eye end and fork end, and this is the pin. Number 4 is collar. It's like this, a circular collar which is inserted over here like this. And number 5 is this taper pin which is inserted in this collar. It's a taper like this. So we have to disassemble this assembly. So these are the 5 components, and we have to draw 2 views of these 5 components. And here in the given data, third angle projection method is used. So we have to draw 2 views of each component with third angle projection method. If it is not told, if it is asked that use first angle projection method, you have to draw appropriate method, that is first angle projection method. And how to solve this problem that we discussed earlier, the solution is like this. 5 components are there. The first is fork end. It is drawn like this. This is a fork end of given assembly, front view and top view of the given cases. Parameters are known to us, dimensions are given in the assembly, and this represents the front view and this represents top view. Top view is drawn above, front view is drawn below, because third angle projection method is employed in an assembly. You need to draw this axis, horizontal axis and vertical axis. This axis represents this circular hole, and this horizontal axis, there is circular rod which is over here. That is question number 4b, first component. Now second component is this eye end. So these two views represents eye end, front view of eye end, and this is top view of eye end, component number 2. Then component number 3 is a collar like this. We have discussed how to draw. Just here we need to insert the dimensions. This is a collar, 2 circles in top view and rectangle in front view. These 2 dotted line represents that it's an hollow cylinder. Component number 4 is a pin, a long pin which is inserted between eye end and fork end. It is drawn like this. Dimensions are given in an assembly. Here 2 dotted lines are there which represents the space to insert the taper pin inside this assembly. So this is a pin, component number 4, and component number 5 is this taper pin which is slightly taper and circular in one side. Here you need to represent this pin a slightly taper from one end to another end, and here you may draw